Hi, my name is Terry Hook, nominee for the IBM Academy of Technology. I'd like to talk today about one of my favorite projects in IBM, which actually took place 25 years ago with the CTEC BiCMOS technology. One of the key elements of the BiCMOS technology was the integration of the bipolar with CMOS, which really required extremely flexible layouts to be incorporated for the bipolar. As a consequence, I put a lot of work into trying to create extraction circuits that enabled totally arbitrary bipolar placements along with PFETs and NFETs, and would create a compact model based on an arbitrary layout. To obtain the characteristics associated with an arbitrary layout, in particular the different base contact configurations, I put a lot of work into trying to solve the equations with the appropriate boundary conditions. And you can see that it got fairly complex and fairly long, and but I was able to assemble such a model into an analytical formulation to be included in the compact model, and you can see that we ended up calculating the resistance here, and particularly could even do statistics with misalignment. Having dealt with the extrinsic base resistance, I now dealt with the intrinsic base resistance, and that's equally complex, although the paper ended up being a little bit shorter, but there's current coming out of one side, two sides, or three sides, or four sides of the base, and as you see, I created an analytical formulation with very good error characteristics that explained and I was able to model the intrinsic base resistance for all these configurations. So it was one of my favorite projects because it had a real practical end point, and it involved a lot of sort of this interesting math, which is not something that we do so much in the engineering world of practical getting products out the door. And I was able to use a whole bunch of different things, not only the device physics, but extraction and checkers, and deal with designers. So it was honestly quite a success story, and enabled the very successful AS400 design using the CTEC BiCMOS technology.